Hey guys, John Woon here at the Stock Market Shares podcast, and I am so pumped to share with you this massive concept that I don't see anyone talking about, which I think is absolutely berserk, because it's so powerful. And as soon as you understand this foundation, as soon as you understand the mindset behind doing things day in, day out, over and over to have success, it is just so powerful. This is it's a podcast exclusive. It's something that I had in one of my high-end courses, and I thought I would bring it down here to share with you just as a little special bonus, just for being good listeners to the podcast and being freaking awesome. So with that said, I'm super excited to share with you. It took a long time to learn, a lot of mentors, a lot of work, a lot of effort, and I'll see you after the intro. So the big question is this: how do investors like us, who don't have a PhD in finance or millions to start investing, how do we grow our bank accounts to build real savings and retirements and yet still have the time to do what we really love? That is the question, and this podcast will give you the answer. Awesome. Okay, so here's the deal, okay? If you want to go to the bank and you want to, get a ton of money out, you can't just do it in one day. It just won't happen. If you don't continually make deposits at the bank, they're going to say, you don't have any money here, and we're not going to, withdraw anything. We're not going to give you anything. And that's a challenge. That's not really a phenomenal thing, especially, if you think about applying this into other aspects of your life, not just money, but think about the relationship you have. Think about the connections you have. Think about the habits that you have. Think about the commitment you have to yourself to go to the gym. Think about the commitment you have to yourself to, trade stocks every day. The way you do anything is the way you do everything. And it's so critical that you make daily deposits. And what do I mean by daily deposits? It's like what I'm doing right now. Recording a podcast every single day. What is that? It's a daily deposit. What's it a deposit into? The impact that I'm going to have in the future all stems from the content that I can produce now, right? And so think about it like this, okay? And here's the big application of this concept. You don't get anything else out of this podcast. If you put your phone down, as soon as you finish listening to this, or you get to work or you get to school and, your phone dies, and this is the only thing you get. This is the one core key foundational concept to get out of this concept of daily deposits. And I learned this from mentor Garrett White, freaking coolest thing ever, okay? Here's what you do. You find, your mom and your dad, your parents, or your spouse, the most important person in your life, which should hopefully include your parents, because you wouldn't have a life without them, so that's kind of important. And every single day, without fail, you send them, a text, or a video message, or just a picture, or an audio message, or a text. You don't have to call them for 30 minutes. And in the 2 seconds that you spend on this text, basically what you do is you tell them something that you love about them, something you admire about them, something you adore about them, something about them that inspires you, something about them that's going to make them feel freaking awesome, and then send it to them and make it personal. Make it about something in your past, about how, your mom was the nicest person ever because, she let you do XYZ. She always brought you to the fair. She always brought you to the amusement park or something deep, something personal, something really connecting sort of to your roots, to your past. Or if it's with, someone that maybe you don't have as extensive a history of with, or maybe, if you run out of experiences, they have traits and attributes and actions that someone else does that you're wow, that's really cool. You're that's just really appreciate, doing that. It was so kind. And think about those moments that you can point out that are either in the present or in the past. And then once a day, send a message saying praise, wow, that's really good. That's awesome. You guys are amazing. And you do that once a day, and at the beginning, you don't get a lot of results. I did this to my mom for a week, and she didn't say anything back for a week, and then she gave me a call. She was like, why are you sending me all these weird text messages and stuff? And what do? You just keep going. More. I did it for 2 or 3 months, and now it's she just expects it. She thinks it's the nicest thing ever. So happy, so just the connection between us used to be super distant. It was really harsh. It was tough stuff. And they started doing this, and it takes a minute or 2 or 3 a day, and then it's freaking done. And now it's so much deeper, so much more intimate, so much more passionate, so much greater. Why? Because instead of just going to the bank and the emotional bank of the relationship you have and saying, hey, I want you to be nice to me or be kind to me or whatever, and I'm not actually going to deposit anything. It's like going to the bank and asking to take out a loan and you have $0 in your account and you have no history of credit. And it's just not going to happen. And your relationships are going to suck, just like your bank balance will suck if you never make a deposit. And so the goal and the objective is every single day to get in there and make that deposit with people that matter 100% most in your life. That's the key. And then once you master that, then you can start to scale it. Then you can start to apply it to other aspects, like habits that you want to create. Like, do you want to do something every single day? And if you do, then how can you make that into like a daily deposit where you just do a little bit, minimum possible, minimum viable effort, where you still get the result. And then you finish that and you have the success that you want. Why? Because you put in the work, put in the effort, and you made it freaking happen. It doesn't have to be the biggest thing ever. How do you write a book? You write a book 1 page at a time. If you write a page a day, it'll be done in like a year probably. And so like all you have to do is put in a little bit and you'll be good. And so that's really the key here. And it's so critical, with relationships, with new habits, or with connections, or with others, or with yourself. Like if you want to go to the gym more, like make that daily deposit and go to the gym an hour every day. It'll change your life. It makes your trading a whole lot better. I mean, that's just facts. I just finished this interview with Carter Farr. He's the freaking coolest guy ever. Really phenomenal trader. And dude, he says what everybody says. You have to master your body. Go to the gym, freaking get swole, and then come back and trade stocks. And that's like the dream. And so like it's just so critical that you get used to doing stuff like that. You get used to making daily deposits every single day in yourself, in others, in the relationships that you have, and the habits that you do that are strong quality habits that are going to fundamentally boost you. And then you just do it over and over and over and over and over and over again. That's the big message for today, guys. I'm super tired. We just had this like 2-hour interview. Oh my god, it's so crazy. It was the coolest thing ever. You guys are gonna love it. It's gonna be awesome. Got a whole new series coming out, and it's just gonna be phenomenal. So with that said, guys, I hope you had a ton of value out of this podcast. Pause it. You stop whatever you're doing. Go out there and actually freaking apply it. Open up the Messages app. Make that first text. And then set an alarm. I don't care if you set an alarm. Set an alarm for tomorrow to do it again. And make that alarm repeat every single day until it makes it a habit in your life. Because daily deposits, they will turn into habits. You go to the gym every day for 2 months, and it becomes a habit. You trade stocks every day for 2 months, and it becomes a habit. And just pick a time and stick with that time, and just make it happen. Preferably in the morning when you're super, you can focus on one thing, you're freshest. And if you need help doing that, go listen to the other podcast episode about basically picking a bedtime, sticking to that bedtime, and then waking up 15 minutes earlier, going to bed 15 minutes earlier, and creating time in the morning, which is a really powerful strategy. So if you haven't heard that one, make sure you freaking go binge all the podcast episodes because you're going to love them, and there's so much more stuff, and it's the freaking coolest thing ever, and it's going to be amazing. So with that said, guys, thank you guys so much for listening and being loyal followers, and I will see you guys in the next podcast. Hope you enjoyed it. And go out there and crush it! Woo! And I hope you like the music because I love the music. So that's the message for today, guys. Thanks. Bye. Want more stock market secrets? If so, you'll get your free copy of my best-selling book, 9 to Noon. You get your free copy plus $11,176 of unannounced bonuses that took me years to uncover completely for free at 9tonoonsecrets.com. Inside 9 to Noon, you'll find the top 38 secrets you can use to double your portfolio every 2 years and make upwards of 10% daily.